From behind the curtain, he came. And as they say, the rest is history. Jerry Lewis has died at the age of 91. And even though we have been doing it since about 1:30 this morning, kind of going on fumes now, as soon as I got home, I said, look, I got to light the lamp and talk to you in the Pratte gym about the icon. That word is thrown around a lot, but when it comes to Jerry Lewis, I don't even know if it covers what he did in his lifetime. We all know his zany comedic ability made him very wealthy, but also made us rich as human beings for many years on those backlots at Paramount, where he went from starring with Dean Martin in the 50s to becoming not only a great actor, but a world-renowned director. Invented a lot of things that are still being used in movies today, like videotape. That's right. He wanted us to have something other than 32 millimeter film that he could block a shot, meaning set the stage, light it, shoot it, and then see what it would look like before he put it down on film. And you don't have to have gone to USC's film school to understand when it comes to 32 millimeter and framing, meaning per second, you got to be good with numbers, almost a mathematician, a genius, if you will. It's hard work making film and being a director, but he had a very analytical mind. He was incredible. He was raised by some amazing parents in the Jewish faith, and yeah, he spent some time with his father, who was a great vaudeville performer as well. But Jerry Lewis went literally from rags to riches, and he never stopped working. And I got to believe the reason, because he loved it, but also, as we all do, once we become successful, there's always that fear of backsliding. And when you have children and people that are counting on you, you just keep going no matter what. And he did just that. He not only was a tremendous comedian, in which he performed on stages from Las Vegas to huge arenas, and got the Legion of Honor Award in France in 1984, where he was revered as a hero in that country and still is today. You know, a lot of folks don't realize how good of a talent he was. Remember his dramatic role with Robert De Niro playing that talk show host? That movie, I think, just showed a little bit of what his talent was like as a dramatic actor. But Jerry Lewis, through it all and everything he was doing, in 1956, he became a big part of muscular dystrophy, and it became a big part of his heart, Jerry's kids, and he raised billions and never asked for anything in return, 24/7, 7 days a week, all of that along with his film duties and appearance duties and being a father of his boys, and then eventually having a daughter late in life. He just did it all perfect. I'm sure he'd be the first to say it wasn't, but for those of us who know Hollywood and entertainment and have seen the ups and downs and how many don't work out, the thing that I always kept saying to myself, how is this guy able to do all of this and be a great father and husband at the same time? Someone once told me it's about balance. Yeah, he did a great balancing act, but what he did was his act, and it was incredible. And I really have had respect for him since a young child, pre-teenager, trying to force myself to stay awake before heading back to school, because it was that Labor Day weekend, right? The final weekend of the summer, and 24/7 entertainment, all top billing Jerry Lewis's telethon for muscular dystrophy. And when you got a few shekels, no matter who you were, what walk of life, you just felt the need to give, because he was so giving to us. And there wasn't anybody that he asked didn't show up wherever they were entertaining with that telethon. Look, my mother used to say, this too shall pass, and it will. And there'll be other entertainers who come along the way and maybe become as big. But their heart will never be as big as Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis was all smiles, but he had the tears of a clown, laughing on the outside, crying on the inside, because he truly wanted to help everyone, including those young people who grew up, and many lived a whole lot longer than they ever thought possible because of the money that he poured into research. And his mark is still being felt today. So tomorrow night, in the 8 o'clock hour, we'll devote the entire hour on Rob Pratte, Monday night, paying tribute to Jerry Lewis. We'll take a look at his time with muscular dystrophy, with Ty Ballou, of course, Blue Skies charity, all about Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and his son Ryan. And also, we'll take a look at his film career, not just as an actor, but the director behind the camera, and all of the greatness that was left on the cutting room floor, because He made sure that it was beyond greatness before it made it to the silver screen. He was a perfectionist. Drew Monyo will talk about that as well. So, Jerry Lewis, gone at the age of 91. But thank goodness for things like Turner Classic Movies and the ability to click on demand with Comcast or to get a DVD, because he will live on forever. And you know what? That is not just a good thing, it's a great thing. Talk to you tomorrow night. Rob Pratte Monday night, 7 o'clock, News Radio 1020 KDK, and tomorrow right here in the Pratt Pack Gym.